Hi there, students. To retrace, to go back over something, particularly your path or a series of actions in the past. Let's see, if you lose your keys, the first thing you need to do is retrace your mind, retrace your steps, and go back from where you are now and look in every place before that. Yeah, you retrace your steps, you go back to a place in the same way that you came. I walked straight past the shop and had to retrace my steps because I realized that I had gone too far. If an experiment goes wrong, maybe you retrace your steps to see where you went wrong. You repeat a series of things that you did differently. You could retrace somebody's steps, is repeat a journey that somebody else did. So I want to do a journey which retraces the steps of Marco Polo. A pilgrimage involves retracing the footsteps of a saint. The police will retrace the steps of the murder victim in a reconstruction. Students of his work will be grateful for the opportunity to retrace his steps, to do again the things that somebody else did previously. He retraces his subject's steps back through modernity into the past. So to go back over a path, you get and then you turn around and come back, but you do it in exactly the same way. I was lost and the road I was driving on came to a dead end. So I had to retrace my steps to the previous junction. Okay, so retrace, to trace again, to go back, to retrace your steps, to retrace your route. Yeah, we retrace the route we took last year. To go over in your mind again, to retrace a past event, to retrace a story, to go over from the beginning. Could we retrace this story one more time and hear it through? Okay, so to go back over again with looking at it with attention, to attend clearly, we retrace the route we took as children. Okay, to retrace, to reassemble mentally, to reconstruct, but particularly to retrace your steps. I lost my keys somewhere on the way to work and retraced my steps until I found them. Wasn't that lucky? Okay, so to retrace, to go back over something, usually in an attempt at rediscovery. Yeah, he retraced his steps and found his mobile phone where he had dropped it. Okay, so to retrace your steps, to return to a place where you've been before, to backtrack, to remind yourself of the places where you've been, to trace back again, to go back again. So to retrace your steps, to go back over. I tried to retrace some of her last movements to discover what happened to her. I wanted to retrace a particular evolutionary pathway, to trace back to its source, to trace back to its beginning. From French, retracer, and tracer, trace, to trace again, to repeat, or maybe even to retreat, to go back along the path that you came on. I got lost and had to retrace my steps. Okay, so to retrace, to trace again, to go back along a course or a path in the reverse direction. The hikers retraced the path back to the cabin. The expedition that retraced Dr. Livingstone's epic journey into Africa. He found his phone by retracing his footsteps. She thought she'd retrace the memories of her mother and find out things to bring her back to life. Okay, to retrace the origin of a word to Greek, ancient Greek, for example. So to go back to the step by step to the beginning, to retrace the roots of this industry. Okay, to go back to the beginning, to start again, to retrace your steps, to go back the way you came, going along the same route. He retraced his steps to where he'd left his briefcase behind. So to reconstruct, to redo, to go back. This series retraces the progress of civilization. I had to retrace my steps several times before I found the shop. Okay, so to retrace, formality. I'm going to give it a 5 in formality. I think you could use it anywhere. So, retrace. Bye for now.